Back, relax, grab a drink, and enjoy today's sit down with me. I want to right off the bat say that this could be a trigger warning for anyone with eating disorders or any kind of weight loss issues. So if that topic is triggering for you or not a topic you want to hear about, I won't be offended. Please go ahead and click off, and I will see you in the next video. Literally, since I have lost some weight, that has been the #1 comment in pretty much any video that I post. Tell us how you've lost weight. Wow, you've lost weight. Seem like you've lost weight. Like just anything along those lines. And a lot of you have asked me to do a video discussing how and why I have lost weight. In my life update video, I did briefly touch on it. I figured this video giving you a more in-depth look for those of you who are interested, kind of understanding more like where my mindset is. Hopefully this will be helpful. First off the bat, I don't think I'm going to share, at least not in this point in time, the amount of pounds I've lost, because for me, my journey has never been about how much I'm losing. I want to eat healthier and be more active. That has been my main motivator and the only reason for me starting this journey. I call this basically, I guess, my healthier living journey, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I pretty much ate fast food at least twice a week, a lot of times more than that. Not that there's anything wrong with fast food here and there, but you know, I definitely was eating it in excess of fried food. I wasn't then ever balancing it out with having some fruits and vegetables. You know, I would go days and days, honestly sometimes a week, but without having a fruit or vegetable. I wasn't active for a while. I did do water aerobics here and there, but it wasn't ever anything that was super consistent. And with some health concerns coming up, my doctor and I discussed, and we both agreed that me eating healthier and me being more active is going to just make me healthier. Nothing about weight loss. And that's what I love about my doctor, because she doesn't focus on the number on the scale. You know, we focus on how you're feeling and how you're doing and how my blood levels are doing. And my blood levels have been better. I might share everything at one point. I don't want to share all of my diagnosis, but I basically have 3 things going on health-wise. One of them is almost cleared up. One of them is under control, and one of them will hopefully be under control very soon. Let's go ahead and say one of my health concerns is gout. My doctor and I were shocked that I had gout, and one thing with gout is, you know, living a more sedentary lifestyle. So that was the big reason my doctor decided that it would be best for me to start working out. And also, when you have gout, you have to follow a certain diet. There are certain things you can't eat as much of, a lot of those things being fat and red meat, some of my favorite things. So that was very hard for me, because luckily you can still have coffee. Thank the heavens, because I mean, I don't know. I mean, I definitely have had both fat and red meat since my diagnosis. I have, but I've been a lot better, and I know my levels now are in a normal range, because I know it had a huge factor into the fact that I have been eating better and trying to stay away from those foods more often than not. I think me working out has helped too. It's helped my leg. I had this horrible pain, like this excruciating pain. Any of you who have maybe ever had gout or know someone who maybe has told you about their gout, you know, it's one of the worst pains I've ever experienced, and I had no idea. I was like, I did not like break my leg, like why? I am pretty young to get it, so you know, that kind of scared me, I guess, too. I'm like, okay, well, I definitely feel like I need to start eating healthier, and not just eating junk food all the time, eating vegetables and fruits. So that is the #1 thing for me. I have been eating fruits and vegetables now, and I still allow myself to have things here and there, but I try to balance everything out more. Now I've been going to the gym 5 days a week, but that's literally only been the past, this is going into the 3rd week. I'm literally filming this on Monday, when you guys are going to see this later this evening. This is the start of the 3rd week of going 5 days a week. So before that I went like 2 to 3, so you know, it wasn't like I just jumped right into it. And I definitely recommend, if you're wanting to start a new workout routine or movement routine, whatever you want to call it, because I know some people don't like to associate it with workout, so you could even call it like joyful movement, which I think is a great way to put perspective, because it's not a punishment. Where before, whenever I would try to lose weight, you know, it would be a punishment, and I would be like, I gotta work out. Literally, I would work out for 4 hours. a day because I would consider it a punishment. Like, I need to get this weight off me, and that was like my only goal and my only motivation. Now I love myself. I think I'm cute. Like, all of that, like, that has nothing to do with it for me. For me, it is literally just my levels under control and move more. So hopefully I don't have another attack. I don't drink. Like, I drink, and that's one of the other reasons why people get gout, is that they are heavy drinkers, and I literally drink maybe 2 to 3 times a year. So that's definitely not the case for me. It's a totally different approach. I look at it as like making myself feel better. And now that I like am seeing the changes over the past couple weeks, I'm seeing me feeling better. I'm having more energy. My leg feels stronger. Like, I don't have like the weird feeling of the gout like before I knew what it was. Like, I'm not having that really at all. So that's great. And now that my levels are under control, it should hopefully stay that way, with continuing to try to stay away from those foods that are triggering for my gout and trying to be more active, along with any of my other health concerns. It's just been better all around. No, that's not the case for everyone. So I definitely don't want you to feel like, oh, if I start exercising and eating healthy, I'm gonna be like cured, because unfortunately a lot of things, that's not the case. But for me, this has helped me personally, and honestly I feel lucky that it has, because you know, there is a lot of things that changing your diet or moving more is not going to help you at all. Me, it's been a blessing because it has helped me, and that might not be the case for you. Even if you do have gout, maybe it hasn't helped you. So this is just my personal experience. I am not a doctor. You definitely should talk to your doctor if you are considering changing eating habits or changing your movement at all. I would definitely consult with your doctor. That's what I did, and we discussed this and we came up with this together, and she's followed me along the way. I've been tracking my progress, and progress not on the scale, progress through my labs and everything. So that has been really exciting to see a change, and I could already feel the change even before we got the lab work last week. I could already tell things were better. I felt better, you know, just everything in general. And so it's just nice to see like, okay, yep, my levels are in normal range now, you know, everything is looking good. Like, what I'm doing is paying off, because you know, for me, the movement is actually enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie, there's some days where I'm like, I'd rather just lay in bed, I'd rather just lay on the couch, I'd rather watch 90 Day Fiance and all my YouTube videos, whatever. But I still do that, of course, but I try to get and go move more. And I personally love the water, so I love doing like water walking, swimming, water aerobics, just switching it up a little bit. Eventually I would like to do more like on land exercise, but for now, just the way my joints are from the gout, unfortunately it's very hard on your joints, and so we both agreed that water is literally the best thing for me to do for now. I don't know, like, I don't have a set date or goal, because I think for me personally, if I try to like put too much of a timeline on things, I feel like a failure if I don't achieve it by that certain time. So that is my biggest thing to anyone who's trying to live a healthier lifestyle for whatever reason. Primarily I think it should be just for health, but you know, I'm not judging anyone for any of the reasons, because you're beautiful just the way you are. Like, you know, you don't need to lose weight. You're not going to be happier when you lose weight. I can promise you that, because I've been smaller than I am right now. And I've obviously been heavier, and you know, your happiness does not change. I do feel happier that I'm feeling better, but you know, my internal happiness and what's making me happy every day hasn't changed, and that won't change with the number on the scale. I wouldn't approach it that way, and I think that is the biggest thing. Like, diet culture that a lot of people, and myself included, I don't like the emphasis on you need to be super slim to be accepted or worthy, and that is not the case. You're already worthy. You already should be accepted and loving yourself just the way you are today. And that doesn't mean that you maybe don't want to change some of your habits, and that's okay too, but loving yourself at any point in your life, because this is your life that you're living right now, not 20 pounds from now, not 200 pounds from now. You know, you are living your life now, and even if you stay this weight or gain weight or lose weight, you're always valuable at whatever weight you are. And I just want to make sure that's really like to convey that to you guys, because that's really important to me. I don't want anyone to feel like they need to go and start doing what I'm doing. Absolutely not. I didn't do it until my health diagnosis. That's what got me to want to try this. and try to incorporate more fruits and vegetables and incorporate more movement. And I guess that's why I was a little bit hesitant about making a video like purely about this subject, because I don't want people to be like, oh, she hasn't lost any more weight or whatever. The point for me is eating better and working out more. There's not a certain size or weight that I like have or want to be. I just know that I want to continue to move, continue to nourish my body more with good foods, which I wasn't doing before. Obviously, we all know the side effect of doing that, you are going to lose weight. That's just what it is. If you're eating less and working out more, you're going to lose weight. And so obviously I have, and I probably will still continue to, but like I said, I just, you know, I'm not putting a pressure on myself like, oh, I have got to lose 30 pounds by this date, you know, or I'm a failure, because that's not what it is. The way I measure my success, I guess, is that I was able to do a try-on video and dance it out and not feel exhausted. That's how I measure my success in my life, is how much better I am feeling. And I was able to go and do that and not feel like so tired, and that to me is everything, and that is important to me. And I know that doesn't mean it's important to you, and that is okay. So now we're gonna get more into the nitty gritty for those of you who really wanna know like what I'm eating and what I'm exactly doing. This is where I'm gonna like break it down. Monday through Friday, I typically will go to the gym and do any kind of water workout for about an hour. Breakfast usually consists of something like this. I'll usually have oatmeal with a piece of fruit, whether that be strawberries, apple, banana, or then I'll have a piece of toast with peanut butter with the fruit. Those are my like #1 go-tos, but a lot of times I'm not someone who's like super hungry in the morning. I've never been someone who eats breakfast, and so to kind of like get some nutrients in my body fresh off the start, I have been starting to do those Premier Protein like little shake things. They have 30 grams of protein, so they're gonna help like keep you full and help keep you moving and kind of give you that like boost that you need in the morning of nutrients. They also have vitamins and minerals, which is great, without having to necessarily eat something if I'm not like feeling super hungry or not feeling in the mood to eat, because that's me a lot in the morning, honestly. So what I've been doing, actually, I love the caramel flavor one, because as you guys know, if you've watched me for any sort of time, you know I love coffee, you know I love lattes. So what I've been doing is taking my coffee and putting the Premier caramel or the chocolate. I like the chocolate also, but the caramel one tastes like a caramel macchiato from Starbucks. If you know what that tastes like, it's delicious. Or like a caramel latte, I guess, either one. So good. And then the chocolate is great because if I want to have like a mocha, and then I just recently tried the vanilla, so that's great if you love like a vanilla latte. So that's what I've been doing a lot of times for breakfast over the past like week. I just literally started trying those over the past week, and I really enjoyed those because, like I said, sometimes I'm just like not in the mood, like I don't want to go prepare something, I'm not hungry, whatever the case may be. You want to give your body fuel throughout the day, because that's what food is fuel. So I always want to get something in me early, so this has been a great thing for me because of that reason. Then like, okay, I'm gonna go have my coffee and I'm gonna have some nutrients to start my day. And then about midday, usually we'll get hungry, have like a piece of fruit, and then maybe like a slice of cheese, or I'll have some almonds, just like some kind of snack. But if I'm out and about, sometimes I'll just have almonds, which I always keep in my car because you don't have to refrigerate them. They're great to snack on if you're feeling hungry. To me, they're like one of the best snacks to have. A good amount of protein, so they really, I don't know, when I have a good amount of protein, I just feel more awake. I don't know how else to describe it, but literally I do. I feel more awake. I feel more like energized when I get that hit of protein. So for me, I love that. For lunch, it really, really varies because a lot of times I'll be out. So I have I'll just give you some examples of what I've had for lunch, whether it be eating out or eating at home. I've had Panera. I've done like their pick two, and I'll get like half salad, half mac and cheese, because I definitely love my mac and cheese. Or like at taco time, I love getting their taco salad or their white chicken chili soup or their chicken tacos. And if I'm at home, I will have a sandwich, or I'll have a tuna bowl and I'll do some sweet pickles in there, do a salad. Have just a regular sandwich too. Is all over the place for lunch. And then for dinner, that is kind of all over the place honestly as well. One of my favorite things to eat is turkey tacos or turkey taco salads. Also, I love turkey spaghetti because gout is you're supposed to kind of stay away from red meat. I love red meat, so incorporating ground turkey has been a pretty easy transition for me, luckily. I still like it, it's still good, and you know, if it's gonna keep me from having a flare, Lord knows I'm gonna do my best. If I'm feeling like I just want an actual burger, honestly Five Guys is one of my favorite burger places. So if I really just want an actual red meat burger, I usually just go there. And I don't deprive myself, because I feel like when you deprive yourself, it feels like a punishment, and this is not a punishment. Let myself have things here and there, but then, you know, if I'm gonna have Five Guys for dinner, well, I had, you know, nutrients throughout the day. I had some vegetables, I had some fruit, so I have a well balanced. It's not bad to have a little fat here, a little red meat there, but you know, just trying to balance out more where before I didn't. Another dinner I really like is just baked chicken with some vegetables. I also love brown rice. Brown rice is really good. Sweet potatoes or regular potatoes, depending on what I'm feeling that day, with a piece of steak is always good. I'll put a salad with it. I always try to have a vegetable with my lunch or my dinner, some kind of vegetable, just because, you know, it's so good to have those nutrients. And I think that also honestly is a part of my skin and how my skin has gotten better, because I've been giving it more nutrients with fruits and vegetables. And one thing that I still am working on, to be honest with you guys, is my water intake. And I know it's so important, and actually with gout it's very important too, so I really have to step up on it and really stay. Some days I will have my 64 ounces, 120 ounces, and then other days I'm like 30 to 40. And so I just really, my goal is to try to always at least get the 60, and if I can get more then great, if not, but like at least get to that 60-ish mark, just so I'm getting like the minimum of what you're supposed to be drinking a day. But that is hard for me. For drinks, I drink diet soda here and there. Even before I started eating healthier, I would always have diet soda, so that's nothing that changed there. I've never been someone who really just sits there and like drinks a soda, whether that be diet or regular. That's never been me. The only thing that you really would ever see me sitting and sipping on is honestly a coffee or water. Some people love to like have their Gatorades or their whatever, but that's just not me. I would rather have my potatoes and my cakes. As far as sweets, I don't have the hugest sweet tooth, but I definitely do get a sweet tooth sometimes. So I've had a couple cupcakes throughout this. I also have had some donuts, but my favorite sweet things to have on hand for when I really want something and it's just always there is, I love getting diet root beer and getting the Halo Top vanilla ice cream and just having a root beer float. So good. If you love root beer floats, I highly recommend doing that, because there's a lot less fat in it. I'm not exactly sure off the top of my head how much fat, but it's a lot less fat, so that's good for me personally, and my personal needs, dietary needs, is to try to be lower fat. So I love that because I love ice cream. So Halo Top is a great thing for me to have. Any of them are great, but like, I don't know, I just really love a good root beer float. So that's a good thing. And you can just have it in your freezer. So whenever you're like, I really want something sweet, like you could just go and you have something right there. The time that I really ever eat chips is chips and salsa. So, and I definitely have had chips and salsa, but I love the blue corn tortilla chips from, let me get the brand. I think it's like something Earth. They're Garden of Eating. That's the brand that I like. I love chips and salsa, and salsa is so good for you because it's just all vegetables. So that's one of my favorite snacks also when I'm just, you know, wanting something. I've honestly had it for lunch or dinner multiple times too. Made some nachos too. I'll put some black beans and some cheese and some ground turkey on it and do some nachos. That's another dinner that I like. That's kind of what I've been eating. Like, as you guys heard, it's not been all quote unquote healthy, because I don't believe that's like pretty much anyone. I don't feel like anyone eats healthy all the time. For any of you who may be wanting to eat a little more nutritiously, hopefully I gave you some good ideas. I just want to leave you with, you're beautiful just the way you are. You absolutely do not need to do anything that I said. Don't feel any pressure whatsoever. A lot of you have asked about this, so I just thought I would share my personal experience. Again, I would highly encourage any of you considering to try anything that I mentioned to talk with your doctor first to make sure that it's okay for you and safe for you, because that is what is most important. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you made it this far in the video, I would love to know by you guys sharing your favorite thing to cook. If you have the actual recipe and want to put it in the comments, I mean, that's amazing too. Thank you guys for watching, and remember to just be you. Bye guys.